So girls, how you doing? Let's do another bigger card, and today's going to be a different one. It's going to be where do you stand as a couple. So that could be triggering, so stay cool. It's just tarot, as I always say. Let's do 2 parts and we develop. Stay cool, okay? So where do you stand? 1, 2, 1, 2. Part number 1, where do you stand as a couple? Page of Wands, the Moon, 7 of Swords. Well, I'm not that convinced that you're going to be a couple for a long time, or maybe it's still in the process of becoming something, because we have someone who doesn't want to grow, doesn't want to understand, or even recognize that they maybe made some mistakes. You know, it's someone who like to blame the rest of the world. So, you know, if a couple is not working well, it's probably because of you, but I have nothing about me, nothing to do with me, something like that. So when you're dealing with someone immature and irresponsible who put his head or her head in the sand, good luck to you, right? Okay, so of course there's a lot of things that are going to come up to the surface, and the moon is that introspection and bring light to any lies or anything that we do not want to confront. Maybe you didn't want to see that person so immature because you thought, oh, well, one day that person will change, will grow, will understand, all of that. But the problem we have here is like that person thinks that they're not enough anyway. So what the point to even go there? So you're about to deal with someone who kind of let go of everything already. So if you want to carry on and push forward, that is your decision. But from where I'm standing, you are dealing with someone who doesn't want to be in a position of a couple, a long-term story, or something where they have to respond to anything because they don't want to answer for anything. So let's have more cards. Well, yeah, it's a bit of foolish behavior, yes. But are they going to take a leap of faith? Maybe, but which direction? I'm better by myself, arrivederci. They don't really bring a lot, you know, with them, or they don't bring a lot to the relationship. And that would be maybe foolish of you to think there could be something more. And maybe you have that illusion. I'm sorry to break the news, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, someone is closed at the level of the heart. I don't even want to see what's going on. They have a possibility of introspection, but I decide not to. I choose not to. That's different. So you're dealing with someone who always going to have a choice between two, you and someone else. There's always going to be that question in the back of your head. What's going on? I don't know. Do you want that? There is an idea of being in a relationship and an idea of reconciliation, but is it with that person? Maybe you also have a choice between two. You have a choice between someone who doesn't want to grow up and maybe somebody else, someone a bit more mature who can bring exactly what you can bring to the relationship. Let's carry on, right? What do I have here? Yeah, the High Priestess, you already know. You already know, and I'm validating High Priest or High Priestess. We don't do gender in tarot, but you already know, and I'm validating what you already know. And maybe you needed to hear it from someone else, someone that you don't know. And realizing, yes, when I look at my my life, when I think really carefully about the situation, I already know the ending. I already know that person doesn't want to grow up, doesn't want to learn, doesn't want to explore. There is no. What you want is someone much more, you know, balanced. Boom, there we go, King of Pentacles. But I think there's someone else for you. I think you're realizing now that a couple is not really a couple. I think it was a project at some point, but he stays stuck on the project level and never build up to anything else. So be it. Absolutely. I think you have to make a decision here, okay? Because staying here is not really moving forward, is it? You're going in circle. Because a person doesn't want to recognize they're wrong. Therefore, they're not going to actually do any effort because for them, well, there's nothing to fix. There's no problem. You see what I mean? So the level of awareness is completely different between you two. So as a couple, where do you stand? Where you stand that there's not couple, in my opinion, there's not a couple here. And maybe it's time to, you know, move forward and move on, okay? So part number 2, where do you stand as a couple? Ace of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and the 9 of Swords. Okay, interesting. So Well, yes, there is something very beautiful here. We have love at first sight. We have an offer of love, absolutely beautiful. It's something absolutely poetic, pure, amazing. You can't find more pure than that. That's absolutely beautiful. So you probably are perceived as a Queen of Pentacles, or it doesn't matter, male, female, doesn't matter. And it's all about being very together as a person. You are very committed, you're very trustworthy, you're a hard worker, you like to build a relationship, you like to build an empire. You're a builder, okay, more or less. And you like to build long term. So there is a little bit of fear here. Maybe someone is wondering, is that really for real? Because sometimes when you have the love at first sight, it's a bit like a tower moment. It's a volcano. It's a wow, it's a shock to the system. So maybe that person is like, hold on a minute, let's just like 1 second, let's just think carefully about what's going on. Okay, absolutely, yeah, because it's a transformation here. Okay, so it's a one way ticket somehow. Let's move in together, let's be together, let's get married, let's say it's quite a strong movement forward. It's very strong relationship. But at the same time, do we know each other that much? Not particularly. So maybe it's a mix of enthusiasm, and sometimes when I stop and I'm just thinking, I'm like, wow, that is a bit crazy, isn't it? We going for it. Yeah, because love at first sight is like that. Okay, so yes, engagement possible, a lot of excitement about life. So as a couple, you seem very, very official. That's what I mean. Yeah, from the beginning, you knew straight away, this is my person, this is what we're going to do, period. Even if that person was with someone else at some point, it's not going to last, because you are it and they were not. Okay, so that's straightforward. I have two cards. Okay, the King of Swords. Yeah, maybe at first that person was a bit defensive, because am I really feeling what I feel? Maybe they were still busy somewhere else, so I have to make a decision, I have to cut off somebody. But maybe at first that person who had love at first sight for you and blossoming with love, maybe they had a reaction a bit that maybe should have pushed you away for a minute, just I get used to the idea of what's going on, because things are accelerating as well. Okay, so yes, they can see you as soulmate, and maybe yes, maybe they saw you as well as a lover because they were with someone else, but they realize there's no comparison. You are my love, you are my person. Okay, so what do we have here? Page of Cups. I'm sorry I didn't tell you I was finishing with someone else. I just want to tell you how much I love you, and apology for my behavior. I was a bit taken by surprise, so be it. But you are absolutely talking about a future together. You getting engaged, you moving in together. There is a movement forward, and once you cross that bridge, that's it, you crossed it. And there's no going back. It's like a metamorphosis here. Once you meet, you're going to be like, oh my God, transforming. And that's beautiful in the best way possible. So where are you as a couple? You are very official, or you about to become very official, and that is long term. Beautiful. On this not a beautiful day, and I see you tomorrow. Mwah. Ciao.